Assalamu alaikum, peace be on all of you, and welcome to this episode of Common Ground.
قل يا أهل الكتاب تعالوا إلى كلمة سواء بيننا وبينكم.
I believe that if Muslims, Christians, and Jews know how much we have in common, the world would be such a better, cohesive place. The unknown is often frightening, and too often what fills that gap of ignorance is hate. Really, we should be trying to come to common terms, educate ourselves, and remove the prejudices. So here we discuss the common beliefs between the actual biblical teachings and the Islamic teachings. In the previous episode, we learned that the Arabic etymology of the title Allah is al-Ilah, meaning the God, the one to be worshipped. We also saw that not only Muslims use the name Allah when referring to the Creator, Supreme Being,
Allah,
but also Arabic-speaking Christians
Allah, طيب.
And even Yemeni Jews use Allah. Hopefully you are more aware that the Arabic term Allah is not only a valid name for God, but it is also the most accurate and theologically correct term when one is referring to the God in Arabic. In this episode, we will, God willing, be discussing the ties between the title Allah within the Bible itself. First, we should address the most obvious evidence. Allah is the correct term for the God within the Arabic language. Please consider the following. When you read an Arabic Bible, it refers to God as Allah. Here's a clip of Genesis 1 in Arabic.
This is the website of BibleGateway.com, Christian resource. Search for a Bible passage in over 35 languages and 50 versions. I'm going to do a search into a passage for Genesis. The chapter of Genesis will start from verse 1, and the selected translation, I'll select the Arabic, look at passage, and here it is. And it starts like this. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. God, and God said, let there be light, and there was light, and so on and so forth. In Arabic, the same chapter reads like this. في البدء خلق الله السماوات والأرض الله وإذ كان روح الله يرفرف على سطح المياه, and so on and so forth. فأمر الله خلق الله وسمى الله ثم أمر الله. Allah is who is ordering, who is doing, who is creating. I will do a very simple search on this passage to see how many times the word Allah is used in this single passage. Genesis from 1 to 31. There we go. We have 29 matches. In 31 verses, in a single chapter, the word Allah is repeated 29 times. If we repeat the same process and do a search on this text in English for the word God, highlight all instances, you will see the same phenomenon. The word God is repeated 29 times in the English text. Allah is God and God is Allah.
Do you still have reservations for God being correctly called Allah? Well, even in the Arabic New Testament, God is called Allah. Here's a clip of Luke in Arabic.
This is the 6th chapter from Luke, verse number 12. And the verse says, and it came to pass in those days that he, meaning Jesus, went out into a mountain to pray, and continued all night in prayer to God. This is Jesus praying to God. I will see its translation in Arabic choose Arabic from the top in the Arabic Bible. وفي تلك الأيام خرج إلى الجبل ليصلي وقضى الليل كله في الصلاة. Allah, Allah, Allah. The word God is translated again. Jesus is praying to Allah.
The purpose of these videos is not to offend you. Instead, hopefully, when you hear a Muslim or even a Christian or a Jew saying Allah,
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 you do not automatically associate it as being an invalid name for God. Some may still argue that Allah is not valid because it is not in the original text of the scriptures and is therefore an invalid name for God. To this I smile and say that the English is not the original language of the scriptures either. So if you'd apply the logic to the term God, G-O-D, that you're using, then you are also addressing the Creator with an invalid name, G-O-D. So what makes G-O-D more accurate or authentic than A-L-L-A-H, Allah? What makes God more authentically correct as a title for the Creator, the Supreme Being, than Allah? In fact, it's been proven that Allah has many biblical ties, at least many more than the term God does. When someone asks me who Allah is, I say He is the one that Jesus prayed to, cried to, and asked for help. This has two sub-points. Jesus was not God, and Jesus actually uttered the words Allah. Please bear with me, I'm not trying to offend you, just follow my reasoning. For your information's sake, if anything else.
Justice and harmony is the only way. Peace, justice and harmony.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. May God's peace and blessings be on all of you.